leather in all its shapes, sizes, qualities, and colors is what we're going to talk about today. Hi, my name is Lindsay Douglas, and it'll be my pleasure to give you some helpful facts and figures as we survey the fascinating world of Hancock & More leather. In this video, you will learn how raw steer hides are turned into soft and lustrous upholstery for Hancock & More's exceptional leather furniture, and how to sell that unique quality and value to your customers. Look around your store, and you will doubtless see sofas for under $1,000, not sitting far from sofas made by Hancock & More for $4,000 or more. Alongside these other Hancock & More styles priced at 2 to 3 times the competitors. This video will help you understand why that price differential, as well as giving you the information you need to inform and guide your customers' choices. To start with, leather is a byproduct of the meatpacking industry, one of the uses for the parts of the animal that are not consumed. Before raw hides can be called leather, however, they must go through an exacting chemical process, which has remained little changed over the past 100 years. The first mark of Hancock & More's focus on quality comes from their preference for raw hides from 18-month-old steers, primarily from the U.S., but also sourced from the world's best hides, which come from northern European countries such as Germany and the Netherlands. Buying fine hides constitutes more than 1/3 of Hancock & More's overall costs. And no matter the price, Hancock & More seeks out the highest quality leather for its products. These raw hides are first purchased from the meat packers by the tannery sight unseen, delivered in bulk, and immediately de-haired in giant drums of chemically treated water. Then preserved to prevent degradation of the collagen fibers. Tanning is the next process, turning the hides blue in color and rendering them imperishable. Afterwards, excess moisture is carefully wrung from these so-called wet blues. They are then machine split to create 2 or sometimes 3 layers or splits. The top split, between 0.9 and 1.8 millimeters, will be referred to as full top grain leather, only when it's not been altered by any remedial finishing processes such as sanding or embossing. The tanning process continues with the addition of oil-rich emollients, after which environmentally friendly aniline dyes saturate the hides with various colors from front to back. The color spreads according to the unique cell structure of each hide, resulting in the subtly attractive color variations that occur in high-quality leather upholstery, such as Hancock & More's. Another drumming allows moisture to re-enter the hides. Tiny mechanical fingers gently massage these freshly revitalized hides, which finally and triumphantly emerge as soft and supple leather. While some marks with an attractive appearance, such as scars, insect bites, neck wrinkles, or growth marks, sometimes referred to as hallmarks of the trail, can be incorporated when the hide is cut, adding to the unique and captivating finish that only a natural material like leather can exhibit. Other similar but unattractive blemishes will have to be cut out and discarded, leaving, in the case of Hancock & More's exacting standards, approximately 65% of usable hide. The vast majority of Hancock & More leather leaves the tannery already finished. True to their name, Hancock & More offers a captivating assortment of leather finished in Italy, the European center of high fashion. Various color treatments may have been applied to the leather by computer-controlled spray guns or by hand. Roll coating machines might have produced different surface effects, and waxes, stains, and oils may also have been added. In some cases, embossing machines will have imprinted distinctive grains or patterns onto the surface. Working at 1/100th of the rate of a machine, Hancock & More's artisans also utilize hand rubbing and hand burnishing, which expertly adds color and a pleasing antique appearance to the leather. With an industry-leading 400 or so choices of leather on hand, in a vast range of colors and finishes, Hancock & More sets the platinum standard for consumers. At the same time, low-quality hides are heavily sanded and pigmented to present a uniform, more rugged finish. This is especially true of automotive leather, which may not even rise to the level of Hancock & More's heavily corrected Class 1 leather. So you're beginning to learn all leather is not created equal. For example, when you present a sofa like this Hancock & More Sundance to your cost-conscious, value-seeking customer, Ask him or her how many hides that they think it takes to make this one piece of fine furniture. Do you even know yourself? Well, there are between 260 and 400 square feet of leather on the average Hancock and Moore sofa, or 5 to 7 whole steer hides. Imagine that. Look at this. To present attractively seamless outside arms and backs, Hancock and Moore's craftsman is using 2 full hides just to complete those parts of a single wing chair. Garments like jackets, pants, and skirts, and fashion accessories such as handbags or belts, while representing a range of leather quality, are manufactured from small and therefore much less expensive pieces of leather. This is a vital piece of information to convey to your customers, so listen very carefully. There are approximately 4 square feet of leather in a pair of men's shoes like these. Now divide 4 square feet of leather into the 300 or so required for the average Hancock and Moore sofa, and mathematics decrees that there is 75 times the amount of leather in a sofa as in this pair of shoes. So what would you pay for a good pair of leather shoes? At least $240, wouldn't you say? That would make the equivalent cost of a Hancock and Moore sofa $18,000, or almost 5 times its actual cost. Now, there's a mind-boggling number that will put your customers' expensive furniture purchase into perspective. And by the way, that doesn't count the cost of using certified, wormhole-free 20-quarter maple framing lumber. 4 rows of coils for exceptionally comfortable seating rather than the customary 3. 8-way hand tying to ensure maximum durability and integrity for each and every coil, and Qualitex to provide the very best in cushion cores. And I'm just scratching the surface. In fact, almost 80 hours of handcrafted labor goes into making one Hancock and Moore sofa. Wouldn't you tell your customer now that even the $8,000 price tag for a Hancock and Moore sofa like this Parisian represents extraordinary value? That given Hancock and Moore's lavish use of top quality construction and upholstery materials, their furniture not only represents the pinnacle of excellence, but also far superior value for money than the $990 sofa that looked like such an attractive buy when we started. Of course, your customer has in all probability tried out both sofas by now, so has certainly noticed the comfort difference between the Hancock and Moore and the bargain sofa. Not to mention the superior luxurious feel and inimitable quality of Hancock and Moore upholstery. And perhaps I forgot to mention that the bargain sofa has almost certainly been upholstered with inferior leather, such as bonded leather. You see, leather scraps don't end up in landfills these days, but are reconstituted as bonded leather, top grain split match, or top grain vinyl match. Bonded leather is the worst of the bunch, with less than 20% actual leather content, more like vinyl. Bonded leather is notably less durable and inferior to leather in comfort and feel. In fact, many low-cost sofas combine bonded leather on the body contact surfaces with good old vinyl on the rest of the sofa. That's no bargain buy. And furthermore, when bargain buy furniture is advertised as 100% leather, it is in all probability made of bi-cast or split leather, wherein a thin backing of real leather is covered with polyurethane and embossed with a simulated leather grain. Regular use often cracks the polyurethane layer, which then pulls away from its leather backing. Many countries outside the U.S. prohibit referring to bonded or bi-cast leather as genuine or 100% leather. So that's no bargain buy either. Happily, I can get back to the genuine article and take a moment to show you just a few of the fine leathers that Hancock & Moore offers your customer in his or her choice of upholstery. Remember, the quality of Hancock & Moore leather is measured in ascending order from Class 1 through Class 5. These Class 1 leathers are both examples of top grain, fully corrected leather. The first is called Gunner Mocha, and the other Supple Coal. To ensure uniformity of color, they've been sprayed with pigment, and both have been sanded and embossed with a pleasing, natural-looking grain, and are not only durable, but also easy to clean and maintain. Next, in Class 2, we see Dream Taupe and Piazza Camel. The light sanding on both is barely noticeable. They've been processed using automated techniques that include surface effects such as two-tone sauvage and distressed. They've also been repeatedly tumbled to achieve a soft texture. Full top grain leather, on the other hand, comes from the premier top portion of the hide. Hancock and More Class 3 leathers, such as these, come from that full top grain and represent quality upholstery leather. They are gaucho mocha burnished and Tiburon chestnut. Just look at the luster on this leather. Hancock and More artisans hand rubbed it after the application of 2 colors, and you can feel the skill of their labor in its soft hand and alluring color effects. These 2 splendid leathers, Capri Claret and Quintessence Camel, are among the rarest and most expensive that Hancock and More offers. Exceptional examples of Class 4 leathers, they are barely processed natural leathers, which exemplify pure or naked, uncorrected leather, which will gain a rich and appealing patina over time. In Class 5, we have Pinto Jet. This leather comes into its own in highly demanding fashion and style applications. It's like touching perfection. Hancock and More also proudly offers a line of Class 5 specialty leathers such as lambskin and deerskin, yet again setting industry standards for their rare beauty and exceptional softness. Here we see lambskin parchment and deerskin caramel and steer brindle. An unusual heron hide, along with 2 uniquely tooled and embossed leathers, Wink Sparkle and Everglades Mocha. Clearly, it takes correspondingly many more of these much smaller specialty hides to cover a piece of furniture, which understandably increases the price as well. And if someone asks you whether they can have buffalo hide furniture, gently inform them that buffaloes come from East Asia, while bison are American buffalo and have far superior hides. And yes, Hancock and More is one of the few American manufacturers to offer this, a true American bison hide. Look at the thickness and beauty of this magnificent hide and imagine its uniquely stylish impact in your customer's home. Samples of the various Hancock and More leathers we've been talking about today, along with many more, are available on the sample rings in your store. Help your customers choose their heart's desire by flipping through the leather samples, and most importantly, encouraging them to touch and handle the leather as they do. At the same time, describe the journey this exceptional leather has taken, from the original steer hides to nature's own product. Available from Hancock and More in all manner of alluring colors and finishes. And don't forget to show your customer Hancock and More specialty leathers, something a little different and of rare beauty. Remember that most of them will have no idea what is available from among Hancock and More's 400+ cornucopia of leather choices, and it's your job to make sure they do. And when you make your Hancock and More sale to an excited consumer who is looking forward to getting a generation's or more worth of wear out of their new purchase, respectfully remind them that body oils are the worst enemy of their beautiful furniture. If they simply rub down the arms and headrest once a week with a soft, dry cloth, they can maintain their Hancock and More leather furniture in superb condition for a very long time. Be fully informed. Ask your Hancock and More rep to recommend the best ways to care for the various leather types. That's it, folks. A short tutorial on the wonders of leather and what makes Hancock and More furniture the best in the industry. Now when your customer gravitates towards the $990 sofa and asks that provocative question, why does this sofa cost less than $1,000 and the one over there $4,000? You will be well equipped to help them see and experience the simple but compelling answer, because it's worth it. You truly get what you pay for with Hancock and More. We use only the finest materials built by the most skillful artisans. From its founding more than 30 years ago, Jimmy Moore has been the dedicated face of Hancock and More. The company has always stood firmly behind his personal guarantee that each and every salesperson like you has both his gratitude and wholehearted support for the hard work you do. When you sell a piece of Hancock and More furniture, some of America's most accomplished craftspeople keep working, and American enterprise flourishes. I urge you to watch this video through as many times as you need to become completely familiar with its contents. It will be well worth your effort by giving you a compelling leather story to tell and boosting your sales of Hancock and More's superlative products. See you soon, I hope. If you would like more detailed information about all things leather, please refer to the Hancock & More Glossary of Leather Terms located on our website.